Are you aware that the Lagos State Police Command has launched a complaints unit? They are the first state in Nigeria to actually launch a complaints response unit. That's what we'll be focusing on today's edition of the Newsroom, even as I welcome you to another Monday, as it is about 16 minutes gone past the 6 o'clock hour. Ufuoma Egbamuno is my name. We're going to be talking extensively about what the complaints response unit of Lagos State Police Command actually is all about, how it can help you, the average Lagosian or Nigerian listening to Nigeria Info, how you can actually reach out to the police and make whatever report that you need to without leaving the comfort of your home. Yes, that's what we'll be talking about on the show today. Welcome once again. Remember, you can watch this show live on our social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube to be precise. YouTube is Nigeria Info FM and Facebook is Nigeria Info 993. Ufuoma Egbamuno is my name. I don't know if I've said that before. Kind of lost my train of thought for a second. But anyway, even if I did, no harm in reiterating that. My guest on the show today is one who has almost, I should think, all the answers, that we might have here. And possibly, if we have enough time on the show, we could also extend that reach to you, the listener, so that you can ask one or two questions. We'll come to my guests in a bit after we take a wrap of the big stories that made the rounds in the course of the last 7 days. Remember, the Newsroom is the name. 99.3 Nigeria Info is the station, and if you're just listening to the show for the very first time, the Newsroom is packaged by Nigeria Info's Newsroom, where we take a critical look at some of the big stories that have made the rounds over the last 1 week. So let me just run through those stories now. President Bola Tinubu last week urged his newly inaugurated ministers to work for the overall interest of Nigerians, and of course, if you've been following the news in the last few hours, finally, the ministers had their very first Federal Executive Council meeting. And State House correspondent Philip Mweli told us earlier in the day that it looks like we might be having the Federal Executive Council meeting now taking place on Mondays and no longer Wednesdays. He, of course, was quoting the state media office, as saying that. Well, I think that's a good one. I like the fact that, Federal Executive Council meeting is a Monday and not a Wednesday. For me, I think it just sets the tone for the week. Mondays. Well, let's see how next week Monday will turn out. Sad news. At least two people died when a three-story building collapsed in Lagos Street, Abuja. Thankfully, 37 persons were, of course, rescued. And right here in Lagos, the Lagos State Building Control Agency demolished a 5-floor structure somewhere in Bedford Street, Lagos Island. We also saw the African Union suspending Niger Republic over the coup that took place in July. And the NDLEA launched a warrant for an alleged drug dealer who resides in Lekki. Show me for this crush NDA fully audited by because in these complaints response unit. Of course, that's all our discussion today. We also saw payment of the suspended CBN governor stalling again. Not so great. We also saw one of the big news from Lagos last week. Lagos State House of Assembly confirmed 22 and rejecting means sent to them by the Lagos State governor. We should have also talked about, unfortunately, was the National Bureau of Statistics putting out the unemployment for the first quarter of 2023 and the last quarter of the Nigerian unemployment rate. That the MBS now has a methodology. We will have conversation of hot rule in the next couple of days, but to also contain releasing a 1 month also Lex is having a negative impact. The top shots talking about possibly going on another strike, and hopefully they don't take ours and children, brothers, sisters in the University of Polytechnic. NEMA also gets to open the decisions this week because we are right here in Nigeria just last year. So let's get into the thick of right about now. If you missed the story, let's remember Lagos State Police Command last week, I think on Wednesday, launched the Thursday. I'm sure again. unit. And as Lagos always does for the first state to do, it is an ultra-modern center and will be on the supervision of command functions officers as prescribed in Police Act 2020. It will be operational 24 hours and 7 days a week. That means where you honestly do not need to go to police station. If something is happening at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, you have to drive to police station and go through that unit. However, they're going about it with but I would put phone calls, social media, and all that, using modern technology to ensure that, of course, we fight crime, criminal elements, and rid them off the streets. Acting Inspector of Police Cardiac in Lagos, he, of course, inaugurated that in Ikeja last week, and he says officers with impeccable character have been trained and assigned to man the center. For the Commissioner of Police in Lagos, he noted that the initiative is meant to reach its officers, because of course you report police don't that you give the police bad stop the way they ask your phone or asking for money or don't to drive an ATM point where you can transfer all of those shenanigans that some, not of course all police officers actually abuse the CRU to make complaints. I can tell you for a fact that we do have this of the Lagos State Police Command joining us this evening. Heaven to stand up today. Welcome. Hello. It doesn't look like that connection is right, so we will try one thing. Sometimes this can, they want to, frustrate you, but hopefully we will be joined in a matter of minutes, possibly seconds, by the state police command. We honestly need to have an idea of, how this process would work, how everything you possibly need to do. Yes, the crime involves police officers who are going rogue. Yes, and that's exactly in particular fact. It 4 hours, 7 day week of shifts, and like AG said, police officers, who do the job. Looks like we're still struggling with, of course, using machine here to get through to the person, Mr. Benjamin. But we'll keep trying, because this is a conversation we cannot afford not to have on the show today. No, technology will not stop from having that conversation, so we will keep trying to get through to him. So just a second, people. We will come back in a few seconds. Okay, finally, it has actually worked out. Oh dear. I thought he had actually gotten through to us. But we're still trying, people. We're trying to connect to the public relations officer of the Lagos State Police Command, Mr. Benjamin Hundein, who hopefully should be joining us in a matter of seconds to, of course, talk about the issues about the complaint response unit that they just launched. And I'm talking they now, I mean Lagos State Police Command. Lagos, apologies for this a little bit of a delay. We're still trying to get through to our guest on the show today, the spokesperson of the Lagos State Police Command, Mr. Benjamin Hundein. Thankfully, we still have enough time, hopefully, because it's, like I did say at the start of the show, it's a very important conversation that I think Lagos needs to have. The fact that quite a number of you have been complaining lately, about an upsurge in crime, and many people over time have also been complaining about the high-handedness of some, again I repeat, some police officers right here in Lagos. Not all of them. And of course, we want to have this conversation and of course understand how the CRU, would actually work. Looks like we've finally gotten through. Hallelujah. Thank goodness. Mr. Benjamin Hundeyin, welcome to the newsroom right here on Nigeria Info. Very good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, and thank you for having me on the show today.
Yes. All right. Like I've tried to explain to Lagos, just in case anyone possibly missed the story, the Lagos State Police Command last week launched the Complaint Response Unit. And of course, it is an ultra-modern call center that will be under the supervision of your office. And of course, the unit will be operational 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. At least that's the little knowledge that I have. But I would like you to also explain in greater detail to Lagos what the CRE is all about and how you hope to make this work right here in Lagos.
Okay, thank you very much. Like you already explained, it works 24 hours a day. And we've made it easy for people to have access to us. So the first channel for reaching us is the website, which is lagos.npf.gov.ng. lagos.npf.gov.ng. So once you reach the website, you will see some resources there. For example, you want to locate the nearest police station to you. That's not exactly CRU, but I'm just saying that you want to locate the nearest police station. You can just type any place you know in Lagos, and it will bring out. Just click search, and it brings out all the nearest police stations to you. And it's the name of the DPO and the phone number of the DPO. But going to CRU in particular, once you get to that website, you will see a place where you can report police misconduct. And once you click on that, you will see different options. There is a Facebook option. You click on the Facebook icon. It takes you to our Facebook page where you can send a message directly to us. There is a Twitter icon. You click on it. It takes you to our Twitter handle where you can send a direct message to us. There's also the WhatsApp option. You click on WhatsApp. It automatically launches WhatsApp if it's on your phone. If you are using your phone, that is. It automatically launches WhatsApp and it takes you to a chat directly to us. There is an agent waiting to read your chat and take appropriate action. And there is also the option of phone number. There's a phone number to call. So for some people who don't want to use or who don't have access to the internet, once they have that number, they can call the number and it's your regular call center. You'd hear, "Welcome to Lagos State Police Command Complaint Response Unit. Please hold on for the next available agent." So the next available agent picks the call and narrates what happens. And after the call, you get a tracking ID via SMS telling you this is your tracking ID. That's because if you want to come back to follow up on your complaint, all we need ask you is your tracking ID, and we can quickly run a check and give you updates. And for those who use WhatsApp or Twitter or Facebook, you get the tracking ID automatically in your DM. So basically, that's how it works.
Okay, can you tell us what that number actually is?
Okay, the phone number to call.
Yes.
Well, we tried our best to get a short code, but it was very cumbersome. Not impossible. You need to go to NCC. That's Nigerian Communications Commission, get some clearance and all of that, and pay some huge amount of money. We also try to make it toll-free, but that would need lots and lots of money. Somebody has to pay for the call, and they were suggesting that we pay since it's going to be free for the callers. So that's why we settled for the regular 11-digit number. We apologize for that. Hopefully, in the near future, we'll take action. For WhatsApp, for those that want to send them, I have a dedicated number for that. That's 01111. Then 1. That would work.
I understand why I had to bring the personal man so I can get all of the details because I'm very aware about this launch. Really, enough is that to have a legend name right here. And he's told us working on hopefully in the nearest future that hopefully might toll free. And I'm saying FCC standard this is supposed to be public service to make sure I guess the Lagos State Command solve those assigned goals. For now, with which can the complaint response unit of the Lagos Police Command. Take it again. It's 09087482366. Mr. Benjamin, I got that right. Okay, again, 090874236. Maybe just say I really need to get Mary Quadri. We could form of collaboration with the Lagos Police Command have this as also so that they also get this. How do you think launch of the unit to the roof police?
Well, directly coming up with there's no bottleneck. And the fire was on police. So, police are saying, if complaints get to the area, it's as good as your complaints directly on the police. So, we should be hopeful that it will improve the thing, to improve professionalism, and it should bring closer to the police.
Now, you just mentioned, you talked about police officers who are already set up, and that's been not just in Lagos, it's been the biggest problems that Nigeria has with so the fact some high officers who end up possibly giving cost of police a bad name by some not so very good things that they do, especially on the road. So I'm sure they should be very there. They can go through and report every officer. We have to know one DPO or area. They know that issue to do of caution. Like let's get out the way. Let's talk about issues of emergency. Yes, it's good to report police, but I think they should be more concerned. They can quickly issues of criminal activities you have around area. Can you go lay assurance that the complaints made to the area will get in time?
Well, they say that we in the eating show, they want to not know what it was put this with. At the same time, I would like to mention that a lot of work went into this. A lot of business services went this. That get the best chance. We have to bring in 9 more to step the call center. We have to bring in other telecommunication agencies to give us expert advice on this. So we are confident that it will work. And being a new project, naturally there will be hiccups, but we are watching out for them so that we can quickly address them, and this will be the best thing that has happened to the police in recent times.
Let me ask, is it already in use? Have you started getting those calls?
Oh, definitely. People have been calling. People have been sending WhatsApp messages, and people have been using the online option too. Yes, I forgot to mention that there's an online option where you can create your own profile. All we need is just your name, your email address, and create a password, confirm your password. That's it. And once you verify your email address, you can log into your profile and lodge a complaint. And you can always come back to see the status of your complaint. It will always be updated. And once the case is closed, your profile still remains. So,
oh dear. We just lost our connection to, of course, our guest. In case you just joined us, Lagos, we have been speaking to the spokesperson of the Lagos State Police Command, Mr. Benjamin Hundeyin, and we've been speaking about the Complaint Response Unit, the very first of its kind launched right here in Nigeria. And of course, kudos to the Lagos State Police Command, always trying to be way ahead of the competition. And of course, he has been telling us how you can get through. Well, he did mention, even as we're trying to get that connection back, he did mention that if you're internet savvy, you can go through to the website lagos.mpf.gov.ng. That's the website. That's Lagos, Lagos.mpf.gov.ng. And of course, you can go through all the processes. You can look for the police station closest to you. You can look for the DPO, and of course, you get the number closest to you. But you can also just reach directly the CRU itself. You can reach them directly via a phone call or a WhatsApp message. The phone number is 090-8748-2365. Looks like we've got Mr. Benjamin back on the show. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us once again right here on Nigeria. You were saying something before the phone lines went off.
Yeah, I said you can always open your profile to see how many complaints you've made. You can see the exact date and time you made your complaint and when you made it, when it was resolved, and all of that. So it's your profile. You can always maintain it, and you can always use it to reach us, in addition to all the other methods I talked about.
Okay, now, definitely, they say out of every 12, there's always a Judas. I'm pretty certain someone somewhere will just want to wake up one day and decide to play some form of prank, nothing they happen here, make I just find trouble. You never can tell. People are weird like that, and it's just not a Nigerian thing. Somebody can just pick up a phone, nothing is happening. They just want to place a call to the CRU and see what the police will do. If you have that kind of scenario, what happens?
Well, do not forget that for us, it's about police misconduct. So if you are reporting police misconduct, it's most likely that you are in contact with a police officer. Because we will be asking you, what is the name of the officer? Check the name on the uniform. And where is this happening? What is the name on the patrol vehicle? So there are certain questions you might not be able to answer. And we would have to tell you, sorry, we don't have enough information to proceed with. So it's not like this is a 911 call that we just say, oh, they're robbing somewhere and we're racing down. This is strictly for police misconduct.
All right. Quickly, let's take a little detour away from the CRU now, because of course we have one or two other questions. One of the biggest issues Lagosians have been complaining about is traffic robbery. What is the Lagos State Police Command doing to ensure that we bring this to the barest minimum as much as possible?
Yes, we're working assiduously. To ensure that this is brought to the barest minimum. Recently, I announced the supply of motorcycles by the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, which is to help patrol gridlocks. Because when there's traffic, your patrol van is also stuck in traffic. So we need motorcycles for police officers to patrol the traffic. So we got donation recently, and we started mapping out the distribution. And maybe before the end of this week, this motorcycles will be out with armed officers. So we are working seriously to ensure that it's brought to the barest minimum.
Okay, now quite a number of my colleagues, have talked about the fact that they've seen in certain areas, where thugs that we usually call area boys, locking around some police stations and allegedly harassing and intimidating Lagosians. Does it worry the command that this kind of scenarios actually happen in some areas?
Locking around police stations.
Yes, that's some of the allegations.
Nah. I disagree with that. If you tell me there are thugs around some places, some dark alleys, and harassing people, yes, I would want to agree. But locking around police stations and harassing people just close to the station, no, I disagree. But in case that is true, I would like to know the specific areas so that the DPO of that area will be made to answer for such.
Okay, hopefully I will get through to you, on that one. But let's now talk about, the scenario you mentioned, dark alleys or areas, notorious for these kinds of scenario.
Yes. What about it?
What's the police doing about it?
I'll be frank with you. I'll be extremely frank with you here. A police station has, in Lagos, that is, a police station, there is no police station that has, there is none that has more than 3 patrol vehicles. In fact, the fact is 2. I'm just saying maybe another one has maybe somebody has donated one to another station that I'm not aware of. That's why I'm saying 3. The maximum you can see in any station is 2. And most have just 1. Now, a station covers maybe 30 to 40 streets. There are 30 to 40 streets under one station. And at night, those are the vulnerable times. We ask all patrol vehicles to go out and be on patrol. So, it's simple logic. So, a station has 30 streets under it and has 1 or 2 patrol vehicles. So, definitely, I'm not saying station just reacting. We're always out rolling. So, what I'm saying is, we're so people own the police, their own policing, and give information. By giving information, it reduces the need to get information. So people say that something is going on in that. So now we're making the best of the thing. I'm sure the more the more output to this has the more I and more people else of the more to divide this and get them to be sense, and I thought maybe I do any sort of analysis will not go.
So let's come to our focus on the game. I guess news received the police. That's not Mr. Benjamin Hudain, and of course he's been trying to explain to you the essence of the countless launched by the police. Lying down, Dane, just to wrap you off, the city one case one person against that.
Okay, the commission from elections to do something complain about police conduct and do you can reach us via WhatsApp 0111111. That's 911. You can reach us on Twitter. That's what you see. Reach us on Facebook. We go see Instagram. We send you us. You can call 878.
Go ahead.
Also able to use it. And you register by
I want to say very big thank you to you for taking some more to join on listening. Okay, into these person of the legal police, just to wrap in 2 or so minutes that we still have left to give the information that we say you need for the police and launching CRU last week, and is a method for them, of course, for you easily and able to report whatever criminal activity that happening in and around you. Not just also report erring police officers, to misbehave on the way. The number can reach us is 00874865. That is 0908753. If I were you, would say not stop on iPhone because you reach out, it's going to be 18 hours every day a week, and Lagos State Commanders a civil police officer who is linked with everybody who's trying to reach them. Saying you can't make phone calls, but you need to send a WhatsApp. Then the number is 091111111 into 7 places and 51. I'll take again 1 in 7 places and 51. That's the number you can reach them. Or you could reach them on Twitter. It's Lagos_CRU. I already followed them. I think when I saw the handle pop up, Lagos_CRU. On IG, it is policing_Lagos. So if you're a Gen Z and social media is your thing, well, you can as well go there. I would think that the Lagos Police Command needs to also get a TikTok account. Yes, because there are people within the 18 and 22, 28. The only concern is TikTok runway from the Lagos Police Command. Also, MPF.ng. Names Ufuoma Egbamuno. It's that time when we wrap up the show. Thank you to my producer, Precious Nena Okon, who's sitting by my side and smiling. She's had a long day, so it's time for me to Lagos. We will back again next week, Monday, for another edition of Newsroom. Until then, have yourselves a marvelous evening.